Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the world of one of Africa's most successful and, let's be honest, most misunderstood carnivores. We're going to peel back the myths and take a look at the fascinating reality of the spotted hyena.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. When you look at a spotted hyena with that powerful build and kind of dog-like face, what do you think? Is it some kind of wild dog or maybe a really strange-looking cat?
Surprise! It's neither. Although they might look a lot like a dog, they aren't canines at all. Nope, they actually belong to their very own, totally unique biological family called Hyenidae. They're truly in a league of their own.
Now, let's tackle the biggest image problem this animal has. You know the one. The cackling, cowardly scavenger lurking in the shadows, just waiting to steal a meal.
For centuries, seriously, from old stories to blockbuster movies, the hyena has gotten a really bad rap. But as we're about to find out, that reputation just doesn't hold up. The real story is so much more complex and, frankly, way more interesting.
So, to really understand this animal, we've got to look at how it's built. Its incredible anatomy is the secret to its success as one of Africa's top predators. See that distinctive sloping back? Their back legs are a little shorter than their front legs. And this gives them this unique gait, some people call it a rocking horse gallop, that's incredibly efficient. It's absolutely perfect for chasing things over very long distances. And this just shows you how perfectly they're designed for stamina. First off, their heart is huge for their body size. It makes up almost 1% of their total weight. That's the engine that gives them endurance few other predators can even dream of. Then you have this massively powerful neck and front end for taking down prey. And that rounded rear end, that actually makes it super hard for another animal to get a good grip from behind. It all adds up to a creature that can just run for hours without getting tired. But their real secret weapon is all up front. For its size, the spotted hyena has one of the most powerful skulls and jaws in the entire animal kingdom.
And that number right there, that's the force of their bite. A staggering 1,140 pounds per square inch. To give you some perspective, that is 40% more powerful than a leopard's bite. It's strong enough to crack open a thick giraffe bone like it's a pretzel.
So with a body that powerful, how do they actually use it? Let's take a look at their role in the ecosystem. Are they really just lazy scavengers, or is there a lot more going on? This is the biggest myth of all, that hyenas just hang around waiting to steal food from lions. And look, they're not going to pass up an easy meal. But the story of how they get their dinner is way more active than that. Here's the truth. Spotted hyenas are incredibly effective predators. Study after study has shown that in many areas, they hunt for the vast majority of their food. Sometimes as much as 3/4 of everything they eat comes from animals they've hunted themselves. A typical hyena hunt isn't about being sneaky like a cat. They are what's known as coursers. They'll rush a herd to test the animals, pick out a target, and then the chase is on. They use teamwork and that incredible stamina we talked about to just run their prey to total exhaustion, hitting speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour for kilometers on end. And this right here is the key to their success. They are adaptable. If they're not hunting big animals, their diet can include pretty much anything: insects, birds, even garbage they find near towns. This flexibility means they can survive and thrive almost anywhere, making more efficient use of whatever's around than any other African carnivore. But beyond their amazing physical skills, their social structure is where things get really fascinating. It's unlike almost any other meat eater on the planet. Spotted hyena groups, which are called clans, are completely dominated by females. This is an incredibly rare thing among mammals, and it shapes every single aspect of their lives. So in a hyena clan, the females are bigger, stronger, and they outrank all the males. They are the stable core of the group. And get this, a cub inherits its social status directly from its mother. The males, on the other hand, are smaller and usually have to leave their home clan to find a new one, where they have to start at the absolute bottom of the social ladder. Their societies, which can have over 100 members, are so complex that scientists don't even compare them to other carnivores, like wolves or lions. Nope, they compare them to primates, like baboons. They know who everyone is, they understand complex family relationships, and they form strategic alliances to hold on to their social standing. And of course, if you have a social life that complicated, you're going to need an equally complex way to communicate, one that goes far beyond a simple laugh.
It's the sound they are most famous for, right? That weird, almost unhinged giggle. We've all heard it in movies, but what does that sound actually mean in a hyena's world? Well, that laugh isn't a sign of fun at all. It's actually a giggle, and it's a sound a lower-ranking hyena makes to show that it's stressed or submissive. Their most iconic sound, though, is the whoop. It's a loud, rising whoop that can travel for miles, and it's how they find other members of their clan. Then, for up-close chats, they have a whole vocabulary of grunts and growls to communicate everything from a warning to a serious threat. And from the moment they're born, these cubs start learning this complex language and how to navigate a social ladder that's more intricate than almost any other predators on Earth. They inherit their mother's rank, but they have to use their social smarts to keep it. So, you have powerful hunters built for endurance with bone-crushing jaws, living in one of the most socially sophisticated societies in the animal kingdom. The spotted hyena is a true survivor that completely shatters all our assumptions. They are so much more than just a laugh.